leading the way with important local coverage. You're watching WISN 12 News at 10.
58 unopened absentee ballots found in Wauwatosa.
How the discovery could change the results in one primary.
A guilty plea in an alleged white supremacist terror plot. 12 News investigates the Wisconsin man's involvement and the suicide necklace prosecutors say he had when police arrested him. An arrest in a $10 million Milwaukee car heist. The international manhunt and where the car is now.
Whoa.
The sound of explosions in Ukraine. As we come on the air tonight, a Pentagon official says Russia's invasion of Ukraine has begun. It's one of several breaking stories we're following tonight.
These are live pictures from Kyiv, Ukraine's capital, where it is 6:26 in the morning, Ukraine time. Just hours ago, Russian President Vladimir Putin announced a special military operation in eastern Ukraine aimed at what he called the demilitarization of that country, as well as, quote, its denazification, meaning to rid Ukraine of Nazi influences. Putin called on Ukrainian soldiers to lay down their arms and go home, adding any foreign attempt to stop Russia will lead to, quote, consequences they have never seen. Before Putin's announcement, Ukraine's president rejected Moscow's claims that his country poses a threat to Russia and addressed the Russian people.
We have no need for another Cold War, or a bloody war, or a hybrid war. But if we are attacked militarily, if they try to take away our freedom, our lives, our children's lives, we will defend ourselves.
Within the hour, U.S. President Joe Biden denounced what he called an unprovoked and unjustified attack by Russian military forces. He said the world would hold Russia accountable, and he will address the American people tomorrow. We'll have more from Ukraine later in this newscast, and Nightline will have the latest on the crisis in Ukraine. Due to tonight's shift in the network schedule, that will air around midnight. More breaking news, this time from Milwaukee.
12 News' Ben Wagner is live at Police District 5 headquarters, where the chief announced a death in custody tonight. Ben?
Patrick, a 20-year-old man was found dead here inside of his cell at District 5. That is the announcement from Milwaukee police here just a short time ago. This all started with an arrest, or a traffic stop at 22nd and Capitol early this morning. Officers say that a man had a vehicle violation, and during that investigation, they say they found drugs, and also that man had a warrant for theft. He was arrested and then booked here at District 5, police say, and then it was around 6 p.m. here tonight that officers say that man needed medical attention. Officers tried to save that man's life along with the Milwaukee Fire Department. Chief Jeffrey Norman saying tonight that man was pronounced dead earlier this evening.
Chief, was there anything when you apprehended this person that turned physical or was he injured when he was booked?
To my knowledge, no, but we are still under investigation, so this is still being thoroughly looked at. And the lead agency will be following up any type of leads or anything that we have to figure out what happened fully.
Was there any indication to the officers that brought him here that something might have been wrong?
Not to our knowledge, but this is still being investigated.
Chief Norman said that bookers checked on that man's cell, quote, multiple times, though it's not clear how long that gap was between those final two cell checks. Chief Norman says that the Waukesha Police Department is now leading this investigation. We're live tonight in Milwaukee. I'm Ben Wagner, WISN 12 News.
Now, before Ben moved to that story, he was on this. 58 unopened ballots discovered yesterday after last week's election.
The city told us about it today. According to a Wauwatosa spokesperson, 26 of the ballots are from District 3. The unopened ballots could change the election results in that district's race for alderperson. As of now, just 14 votes separate the three candidates. 12 News' Ben Wagner reports city officials are calling it a, quote, regrettable error.
The race for Tosa's 3rd District alderperson seat was already razor thin. 16-year incumbent Tim Hansen lost by just 2 votes to Patricia Stone and Joseph McCloof. Now, officials discovered 26 unopened ballots, which when counted could swing the primary in any direction.
I guess I was shocked.
McCloof says he got a call from the city clerk Wednesday morning.
I mean, honestly, I don't know what to make of it. I'm a bit unclear as to exactly what happened and more importantly, how it happened or how it was allowed to happen and why it took this long to find out that something had happened.
Tosa city officials say they learned of the unopened ballots Tuesday, which they say were lawfully cast, just not counted. Hansen told us on the phone he has full confidence in the election process and will be ready to campaign should enough votes turn in his favor. Patricia Stone said while it's disappointing it took this long to find the ballots, it's, quote, imperative they're counted. The top two candidates, whomever they are, will move on to the spring primary in April.
That's Ben Wagner reporting. The clerk said the other 32 unopened ballots are in District 8. 12 News asked Wauwatosa's mayor for comment tonight. We did not hear back. Wauwatosa's Board of Canvassers will hold a meeting tomorrow morning at 10:30 to open the ballots and certify the results. 12 News will be there streaming the meeting live online, and we'll have an update on 12 News at 11.
Let's take a quick look at weather now, and refreeze is one of the weather issues tonight.
Mark, the second issue is a few rounds of snow.
And the first round of snow is actually moving in through parts of the area right now. It is very, very light. This is lake effect snow. If you look into the light here down in Racine, you can see some of those snowflakes coming down, not causing any problems whatsoever on roads. There is a little dusting on the sidewalks. Wouldn't be surprised if we get a few slippery spots. And this is making its way into Milwaukee as well. This is not going to be a potent lake effect snow band, and it only hangs out pretty much during the nighttime hours. So tonight it's the refreeze because we had the sun melting some of the ice that we had. Light lake effect. Then as we head into tomorrow night, that's the main event. That's when the snow will be moving in. We'll look at some of those totals. Who has the best chance of getting 4 inches or maybe a little more coming up in Weather Watch 12.
More breaking news. Major League Baseball says the 2022 season will be shortened if the league can't reach a deal with players to end the lockout by Monday. Both sides differ on financial issues, including the starting salary for players. Opening day is scheduled for March 31st. The Brewers begin selling tickets for some games tomorrow. Brewers Senior Vice President Tyler Barnes tells 12 News the team is confident that an agreement can be found quickly. A man wanted by the FBI in the theft of a $10 million sports car in Milwaukee 21 years ago has been captured. 12 News' Caroline Reinwald reports the car was smuggled to Switzerland.
The 1938 Talbot Lago Teardrop Coupe, a rare sports car valued at $10 million, is at the center of a 2001 international heist out of a Milwaukee garage.
According to the confession of one of the thieves, they did it on a Saturday night.
Court documents obtained by 12 News say recently arrested Christopher Gardner is accused of stealing the car nearly 21 years ago out of Roy Leesky's garage on Marshall Street. After Leesky's death, Joe Ford paid the estate to become a co-owner of the valuable car.
On Sunday morning, they put on white overalls and backed up a truck to the garage door to make it look like it was a legit loading. They loaded all the parts right into this box truck, and I think by 8 o'clock in the morning, they were gone.
Court records say in 2005, Gardner smuggled the car in pieces to Switzerland and had it rebuilt in France. Only 16 Talbot Lago coupes exist.
And this particular car is one of the most beautiful examples of aerodynamics made into the body of a car with a high-performance engine and chassis. So it was like a sleek race car in beautiful clothing.
10 years later, in 2015, prosecutors say Gardner sold the car to an Illinois collector for $7.6 million. The collector allegedly didn't know the car was stolen, and Leesky's family has been suing to get it back ever since.
It's comforting to see the system work. The FBI and Interpol did a phenomenal job.
As for Gardner, the FBI says he escaped house arrest in Italy last year and was then arrested in Switzerland, where he now awaits extradition to the U.S.
Caroline joins us now live. So Caroline, where is the car now?
Well, I'm currently standing in front of the garage where that car was stolen back in 2001. It is currently sitting in a Massachusetts garage in the Illinois collector's custody. The collector's attorney did not immediately respond to my request for comment, Joyce.
So we'll still have to wait and see as this progresses legally. Caroline Reinwald reporting live.
A promising sign today in the COVID-19 pandemic. Wisconsin's 7-day case average dropped below 1,000 for the first time since August 4th. Today, the Wisconsin Department of Health Services reported 986 new COVID cases. The COVID pandemic has wreaked havoc on the mental health of children.
Now some Wisconsin kids are in crisis. 12 News' Adrian Pedersen finds getting professional help isn't easy or fast.
There would be a 6-month wait.
6 months?
Yes. 6
and
months.
You needed help now?
Yeah.
How urgent is the need, do you think, for Wisconsin's children?
It is incredibly urgent, and it's getting worse every day.
The big change that could be coming to your pediatrician's office. Adrian Pedersen investigates tomorrow on 12 News at 10. Guilty pleas in a white supremacy terror plot. The Wisconsin suspect connected to the crime and the deadly device investigators say he tried to use as police closed in.
And as we go to break, another live look at Ukraine, where Vladimir Putin ordered Russia's military into that country. Reporters in Kyiv report hearing explosions. A full report is coming up after the break.